Never Ending Into the World by Christy. Coco has been living by herself for the past 8 years, trying to survive in the wake of a mysterious event that has placed almost everyone on the planet in a time loop. People are forced to relive the same span of time over and over again, oblivious to the fact that they're in the loop. And Coco knows that if she messes with these people that are stuck in the time loop, that she is probably going to die. So she starts the book off as a scared teenager trying to figure out what to do about all this and wondering if there is anyone else. And as the book goes on, she does find other people, and then we get to the questions of how did this happen and what can be done about it. I love the premise of this book. For post-apocalyptic stories, this idea struck me as original and engaging. I love the questions that she gets into about what happens with society. You have the different factions forming, people arguing with each other, people fighting, and then coming to truce agreements, and then their approach to what to do about the people who are stuck in the loop. Some people think we should free these people from the loop, some people don't. And so I loved how she explores this moral debate that people are having with each other. I was also interested by questions of like how to get food, and then how her looping rules apply to the food and how it applies to the animals. I think she does a good job of establishing some kind of rules enough to where I was happy reading through the whole book. From beginning to end, I thought it was fun to read. I have to say, though, there were a couple things in this book that were different from what you would expect if you just heard the premise. So, mild spoilers ahead. First, this is not a suspenseful story, despite the fact that you have characters who are surrounded by the constant danger of these looped people. You never really worry that the main characters are in danger of getting killed by the loopers. And this was a problem for me at the beginning, because you have this girl that she's just trying to survive. She doesn't really have any other purpose. She's not trying to fix it. She's not trying to save someone. Like, she's just by herself in this trying to survive mindset. So it didn't draw me in right away for that reason. Second, I can't get over how long this book lasts. Like, the timetable, you have the characters who start off young, and then they are old enough to have children, and then they're old enough for those children to have children. The timetable is very stretched out. Everything happens in like weeks and days. So often there's a plot development, a plot twist of some kind about how things are really working, and then you turn the page and it's like 5 years later, 10 years later, or something. When you're reading it, you feel this urgency of what's going to happen, but for the people in the book, it's just such a stretched timetable. I can't think of any other book that I've read that is similar, which is both good and bad, I think. On the plus side for the book, also, I thought the writing was well done. I was interested in the characters. The character development was good. And I thought it was a great thought experiment to be immersed in for the duration of the story. Importantly, too, I didn't feel cheated by the ending. I thought there were a couple things that she could have elaborated on a bit more throughout the book that would have justified the ending a bit better. But on the whole, I thought it was well constructed and ended well enough to where I felt like I had been taken on a complete journey. So, overall, I would say this book was a pleasant surprise, because I really didn't know what to expect from it. I'll give it 3.5 stars.